Hey guys, what's going on? It's Bikini Gamer here. Hope everybody's having a great week. So on today's video, I wanted to make this video because I feel sometimes people have difficulty doing this, or you may be shy, or you just don't know how to go about this. And so this video is going to be how to text your crush or the person that you like or whatnot. And I think it's very important because I feel like some people don't necessarily know how to be a good texter, or they're maybe wondering why the person's not texting them back or whatnot. And maybe this could just be a few tips for you guys. So the first thing I want to say is that if you want to text somebody that you like or your crush or whatever the case is, don't ever start with just hey. That's so bland and kind of boring. Don't be a boring texter. Always kind of take the conversation somewhere. So if you're gonna be the first one to text, always be like, hey, what's up? Or ask them a question perhaps, or maybe something that she's interested on, or anything in between those lines. Because like I said, hey is very bland and it doesn't really lead anywhere. When people in the past have texted me hey, like maybe somebody I don't know like online, they usually means hey, send me nudes. And that's not the person you want to be, right? So guys, don't ever start with hey, because hey doesn't really mean anything. Rule number 2, if the person has not texted you back, and let's say you're going to be the first person to text them, don't keep constantly texting them and just bombarding them with texts over and over and over. The person may be busy or tired or sleeping or whatever the case is, and you don't really want to seem like that crazy person that won't stop texting them, you know? So if you want to get to know them, obviously just wait around, maybe just text them once a day, and I would make that like mainly the rule, just text the person once a day. And if they don't text you back, then I would just be like, oh, forget it, you know? And maybe you can bring a little persistent maybe the next day and be like, hey, have a good day or something like that. Or anything like that. But if they don't text back, then perhaps they're not interested. Rule number 3. So this is for some people that like to, I guess, text a lot or write really long messages. I don't think there's anything wrong with sending really long messages. I think it's completely fine. But there's a rule. As long as it's been some time after you know them. You can't just like meet this person and start like sending them your life in a text message. You have to kind of be chill with that, because girls don't really want to read paragraphs. Like, you know, in my opinion, I'm cool with reading like a sentence, maybe 2, that's cool. But I honestly cannot read a paragraph, especially if I just met you, or a person most likely might not text you back, because sometimes it's like, I just met you, this is too much, like, why am I reading this whole paragraph, you know? So just be really short, but not too short where they're just like, when they ask you like, hey, or what are you eating? And you're like, food. You know, don't be boring. You know, just be nice, cool, and short, you know? And like I said, just don't send any really, really big paragraphs, because sometimes people won't text you back. Because sometimes they don't have the time to read all of that. They might be busy or whatnot. Rule number 4. Okay, so I think this rule is actually really, really important. It should actually be like number 2 or something. But, I feel like you guys have like this secret code, just like this thing you guys do where you guys have a time frame whether you'll like text back the girl. Like, let's say the girl does text you back and you guys will wait like an hour or 2 hours, or I don't know how long. You guys have like a time frame. And I don't think that's cool. To be honest, coming from a girl's perspective, you shouldn't do that, because you don't know who else she may be texting, who else might be interested in her, and somebody's gonna swoop by and just text her, and then they're gonna start this conversation, and you could have had the chance to something, but instead you chose to wait and you just kind of, you know, put her in limbo. So to be honest, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't recommend doing this. I mean, obviously I don't want to tell you like if she texts you back, don't text her back that same second. I mean, maybe wait a minute or 2, or just, you know, within 5 minutes. But don't make this, don't do this time frame where you text them, you know, 2 hours later, because you may seem like you're, you know, not interested in her, so she might look elsewhere. And rule number 5, and I think this is actually a pretty important rule, and I'm gonna leave off with this one. I think whenever you text somebody, you shouldn't put too many emojis. And I mean, I think it's really cool to use emojis. You shouldn't just, you know, put like the devil face, or I don't think you should use the devil face or the winky face or the little tongue that licks, you know, because if somebody were to send me that, in my perspective, I would think that obviously they just want to get at one thing, and that's the only thing they're interested in. So I would just not use those emojis, especially if you're getting to know the person, because they may feel like the conversation has to go a certain way, and you don't want to put that pressure on them. You just kind of want to make it chill and cool, and everything's fine and dandy, you know. So like I said, guys, keep it short and simple but sweet, you know. And like I said, not too short. So I hope this helps, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram, and Snapchat if you have Snapchat at BikiniGamer99. And as always, game on. Ciao!